Hi, I am Dr. Eurydice Moore, and I am here to talk to you about selecting a name for your nonprofit. Name availability. Dr. Eurydice Moore of Eurydice, a MBE, WBE certified consulting firm. We help people set up nonprofit and for profit. I have an extensive list of business resources and referral. I have a strong referral system where I can refer you people for services. Not only just conduct it, but I have a team of experts that can assist you in your goal. And going across my screen, you will see my website, phone number, YouTube channel, uh, phone information, my contact information, so you can reach out to me. So, okay, let's get it started. So, I have been in the non-for-profit arena since 2004. We are celebrating 20 years in business upcoming this December. Thank you. So, now it's all in the name. We have heard that it's all in the name. And we have been very blessed to service 12,000 plus people. 12,000 people. And and help people in acquisition 3 million or more. So anyway, what I want to say is that in helping people set up their nonprofit, some have had problems in selecting a name. And I want to go over some things that I have learned through the year in assisting people select a name. First of all, your name don't need to be so long. Your name needs to be short and to the point and be able to fit on the form, on the legal documents in which you are going to form. So make sure you don't have a very long name because it needs to be able to go on form. If possible, try to avoid abbreviation. Some people like to abbreviate. Try to avoid that. Just spell the name out. I want to mention that. Also, put your mission within the name. Okay, let's say you're distributing food, and I kind of mentioned this on a previous video, but I'm gonna get more into it. Let's say your mission is to feed the community in which your nonprofit resides in. So you would need to you would need to uh, put within that name your mission. Example, you could put ABC Food Dispensary. That let your funders that you're going to submit grants know that you are a nonprofit that help the community, and your main goal, your primary goal, is to feed people. That will let them know. All right. Then let's say that you want to have a after school program, and I'm just throwing names out here. These are not people. Uh, you can say Zion after school services or Zion after school program. That let a nonprofit know that you're putting together services to provide to children and youth or children or youth. It has something to do with young people. It has something to do with after school. So you instantly know that your population is going to be youth. Let's say you have um, a domestic violent program. Okay, you want to name it. Okay, let's say Harriet Tubman, domestic violence. Okay, that lets the funder know that You know, the people that you're gonna be serving is domestic. It let them know your purpose right there in the title. So I encourage people to do name. You know, to make sure your name is short and you describe your mission. Another thing, you have to be careful that uh, whatever name you submit, it cannot sound like a for-profit. There's a difference between a non-profit and a for-profit. And unfortunately, there are people that uh, get confused and they have blurry lines and they choose names that make them sound like a for-profit. A perfect example, uh, Methuselah Housing Development. Okay, Methuselah Housing Development. Okay, you sound like a developer. You sound like you're going to break ground and you're going to throw up housing. You sound like a for profit. But if you say Methuselah Community Services or Methuselah uh, Housing Services, okay, Methuselah Housing NFP. NFP stand for non for profit. Then, okay, you sound like those names, you sound like a non-profit instead of a for-profit. Because here's the thing, this is what's going to happen. You have a name that describes you that sound like a for-profit. You send it in, it's going to be rejected. And they're going to tell you why. They're going to tell you this appeared to be a for-profit. And so the goal is to be accepted as a non-for-profit on the state level. On the state level, to be a nonprofit, you have to be incorporated. That nonprofit has to be incorporated on the state level before Internal Revenue Service. You can't skip. You can't decide, oh, okay, we're going to get together, we're going to start a non for profit, and we're going to fill out the 501c3 application. Okay. The application is going to make you rewind because they're going to want to know the date that your nonprofit was incorporated. See, some people like to jump in, in front, like the butt, like to get ahead of the line. Okay, you got, it's called protocol, it's called process. You have to follow the process. So, you have to incorporate with your state first and then reach out and request the 501c3 status. So back to the name. Now, once you have that name, it's short, it's to the point, it describes your organization. Then what's your next step? You got to find out if the name is available. Is there, and what do that mean if the name is available? It means do anyone else has the name? You want to avoid selecting a name that someone else have for a nonprofit. Now, you might say, well, when you send your paperwork, it seems like they will be able to catch that. They may or they may not. Might slip through the crack. So save yourself some finances, save yourself some embarrassment, save yourself from being dragged into court because it could be a legal issue and you could be fined. So you have to do what is called a business search. You have to go on the website of the Secretary of State and do a search. And you follow the direction. And if it says not found, that means that that name has not been reserved. that name is available, and you can use that name. Okay. Now, if the name pop up, sometimes it might be one nonprofit with that name. Sometimes it might be 2, 3 pages of name where people have used the same name, but they're different variation of the name. Example, let's say uh, ABC Food Dispensary. You might see ABC Food Dispensary. You might see ABC Distribution Center. Then you might see ABC uh, Food Distribution, ABC Food Pickup, ABC uh, Kitchen Services, ABC Free Food. So you get my drift. So what you can do, if you do a search and the name you want to use is being used, you could follow suit like others. Add something to that name. Add a word, add a phrase, add a number, and then you could be able to use that name. Okay? Now, or you have the option of just coming up with another name and just doing another search, you know. But if your heart is on that name, you can always add to it. Like I recently had a client, uh, she want to do a divorce thing, and the name that she was selecting has been used, and then plus it was too long. So she had to go back to the drawing board and she had to add to the name that she wanted to use, and she had to shorten the name so it could get on the form. So, another thing that you need to know is that to also, if you don't put your mission in your name, you can use these terms at the end of your name to describe you as a nonprofit. Example, ABC Center. You could put NFP at the end, which stand non for profit, or you could put CDC, which stand for Community Development Corporation, or you could use Inc., INC, which stand for Incorporated. You could put something at the end of your name to really show that you are a non-profit. Okay, okay. So anyway, that I'm sharing with you the name availability. You got to select a name for the nonprofit. It needs to be short. It needs to be to the point. It don't have it lengthy. You need to have, if you're gonna use a designation like NFP, CDC, Inc., you need to use the correct designation. So, okay, I hope this information have helped you. I am Dr. Eurydice Moore of Eurydice. We are MBE, WBE certified consulting firm. And scrolling below on the screen is my information: email, telephone, uh, number, website. Okay, please like, share, comment. Feel free to comment. Hit the notification bell, and that way you'll be notified of future videos. And if you need me to help you set up a non-for-profit, I would be more than happy. We have almost 200 videos, and we have shorts inside of my YouTube studio covering various topics not just nonprofit, but for profit. We specialize in nonprofit, but we help for profit formation as well. And we also provide workshop and grant writing services to all. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and there will be more videos in the near future. I'm going to start talking about grants. I have talked about the Awesome Foundation grant, the Comcast grant. You will find information on that. Yesterday, I talked about St. Vincent. I'm also going to be talking about funding for nonprofit, funding for profit, and personal funding for your household. I'm going to be sharing information on that as well. Funding for your household. These grants information is going to be coming across to help you, whether you're setting up a nonprofit, for profit, or you need things for yourself, for your family. I've been getting emails, I've been getting phone calls where people are like, well, Dr. Moore, I'm not interested in starting a nonprofit, for profit. Right now, they say that they're faced with an eviction, or they faced with having sufficient food or enough food for their family. And so, on that note, I want to start sharing information. Everybody might not be able to go to a social service agency. I want to be able to share information with you so that it can help you and it can help your family and help others. And once again, you want to contact me, there's my contact information. You can reach out to me. We've been in business for 20 years. We'll be celebrating 20 years in business in December. And it will just be so great to touch bases with you. We have serviced over 12,000 people. I do have a team of people that work with me. I even have people that provide professional services through the business. We're also into government contracting. And in October, we're going to have a new program where how to start a business. Starting a business is not new. Business has been around for centuries, but I have expanded the business, and it happened with COVID and providing services to for profit with the grant writing. And now I have had people to reach out to me with Dr. Moore. I don't want to do nonprofit, but I want to start a for profit. What do I do? Where do I go? So there will be a free Eventbrite workshop in October, I believe October the 6th, where I will teach how to start a business. It's only going to be 1 hour. I won't hold you long. And it will be pertinent information with the purpose of getting you started, getting off the fence, standing up and getting started and moving forward. I'm signing off now. Dr. Eurydice Moore. Look out for other videos that will be popping through here and there. God bless. See you.